Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It is the 22nd of November today, and we're going to be looking at Golem trading against BTC over 4-hour candles. It's been a bit of a quiet performer actually in the last few days. It's currently up at around 11.69% against BTC. It's only dropped around minus 1.96 against BTC in the last 7 days, and at around minus 20% against the US dollar, which sounds bad, but it's actually not bad at all when you compare it to other cryptos, especially in the top 50. Who have been down around 28, 30%, even like nearly 50% in Bitcoin Cash's case against the US dollar. So Golem's actually performing pretty well despite the current market conditions. The reason for this particular pump that we can see here that happened around a couple of days ago, around November 20th, seems to be from the new Graphene-ng demo, which uses Intel's software guard extensions. For those of you that don't really know what that means, I totally understand. It was a bit over my head to begin with, but they've actually released a video in the blog post which breaks it down really nicely and kind of explains what it all does. But I'll go right back to the beginning. So for those of you who don't actually know what Golem is or what it does, they describe themselves as like the Airbnb of computing power. They kind of like a marketplace for cloud computing. You can rent your unused GPU and CPU cycles to other people who can then use that to run certain tasks or process certain information. Obviously, the problem on the surface of that is obviously how do you process sensitive and private information using someone else's computer without them seeing it or without that information being tampered with. And so what they've done is Golem's created Graphene-ng, which according to their blog post, it basically facilitates different types of applications and software inside like a network enclave on someone else's computer, and it uses the Intel's SGXs to protect that. And the SGXs kind of prevent the host from tampering with or seeing information. Basically what happens is inside that enclave it creates a quote which is sent back to the requester, so the person who actually wants to run the task or process information. Once they have that, there's an exchange of secret keys. Once the keys are accepted, it encrypts the data, so whatever comes out of the task that you've done, if you've created data from that, if you're using it to process information, that information is then encrypted and then signed and sent back to the requester. So it's basically all part of, in DevCon 4 meeting recently, there was a big talk about trusted execution environments and how to sort of keep things, how do you keep your information safe when you're running on someone else's computer. And so this is Golem's reaction to that, and they've combined a few things, and it's really interesting. Obviously it's had a really good impact on the price. You can see that it's managed to retrace all the way back to 0.382 fib level, and I've actually highlighted this, the 0.618 and 0.786, sort of made them darker just so you can see that these have been very key areas right now. The price action is actually sort of closing around this sort of 50 moving average here. So it's looking pretty good. It's looking like it's starting to reverse now. There's some very bullish signals on the RSI. You can see it's had a brief correction, but it's starting to head into this sort of overbought region above. The MACD indicator is also very, very bullish. We've spiked all the way through the signal line. We've got big buying candles on the histogram, and the 26 MA is yet to pass through the signal line. So a real massive increase in buying momentum all of a sudden. So things are looking very promising. For this particular asset, looking at where it could go from here, you can see the 0.5 fib level at 2,380 sats wasn't a particularly strong resistance nor support. So we should probably expect this 0.618 around this 2,500 sats mark to be the sort of main price target that we're aiming for to begin with. We have recently dropped below 10 cents, so a return above 10 cents is obviously going to provide a good support going forward. But yeah, from there we'd obviously like to see this 0.786 at 2,712 sats get reached if we can continue in this current sentiment. So yeah, a really promising announcement has come out for those guys. Hopefully the bull run can continue. This asset can start retracing back and recovering some of its former losses it's endured, particularly over August this year. And yeah, so let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you are bullish or bearish for Golem. Let me know how you think it will perform in the market going over the short term. And yeah, check out the full TA at CryptoVest.com. I'll tag the blog post in there and the video so that you guys can take a look at it yourselves. And yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel. Nice one. Thank you.